Hello, everyone. Fashionably late. That's the way the ladies need to go. I think we're having some problems with Facebook going live. How you doing, all? Let's see if we are live here. We always double checking. Not because we don't know what we're doing, it's because sometimes some systems they don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
We're growing up with our subscribers and YouTube. Good to know. So we are here. Hey, how you doing? So apparently, because we were a couple of minutes late, Facebook is not allowing the live streaming. But don't worry, we're gonna update this because apparently Facebook automatically delete you if you are late. That is not fair. I don't think so. That is fair. But anyway, I'm trying to see if I can fix it in the meantime. How you doing, my love? How has been your week?
Great. Working a lot. You know me. Research and doing things. Yes. That's good.
People doesn't know, but we already we have prepared like what?
2 months?
I think that we have everything that we're going to be doing until April. No, May. We already even scheduled May.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, don't miss it because it's going to be great.
Yeah, do. So let's not mess it up. So this is the month women. Actually, the National Women Day is March 8th and have a big history. And since we today start a little later, we're going to tell you next Wednesday why we celebrated a Women's Day. But the women that we choose on this month to celebrate are Madame Giselle Walker, first women to be on the Guinness record for being a millionaire. We're going to be talking about Amelia Earhart. We're going to be talking about, and I need to read it because the name is, I admire her, and she's only 23. She's the youngest Nobel Prize winner ever. It's Malala Yousafzai. And I'm sorry if I'm destroying your name. She's Pakistani and she is fighting for female education. And we're going to talk about Coco Chanel. And we says, why are you throwing fashion in the middle of Females Month? Because Coco Chanel was one of the first women who take us out of corset. Every time that I breathe, and I can extend my chest and says, thank you, Coco Chanel, for not to be wearing that shit that was women should be wearing. So, El Moribe, tell us about you.
Well, what can I tell you? I'm a human behavior hacker too, and I love to do this. And you have to watch this one. It's going to be amazing.
You always said the same. People are going to stop believing on us. So
I think we are putting out there like really, really good topics. So yeah.
Okay, which screen you see?
The food one.
God, I get it. I'm late in Facebook, but at least I have the right screen. Okay, that's good to know. So, do you see it? Do you see black?
I see black. Yes.
And what I have done now? Now?
Black.
Okay, we're gonna stop again.
It happens.
The truth to be told, I have a meeting and the person who I was on the meeting was running late and I ended up being my problem. So not nice. But anyway, so women history, and we decided to start with Madame C.J. Walker, first African-American female millionaire in the United States. So for the ones who have been following, we have two webinars we have 2 lives every week. Beside that, we have the 2 pay webinars every month. If you lost Face Reading Intro 1 and Face Reading Intro 2, that was really fun last night, you still can go to humanbehaviorlab.com and you can go to school and you're going to find the section where you can find it. The second one we did was lips, and we have hostage negotiators, we have realtors, we have body language experts. So it was really nice. Christy says, a movie was made about Madame Walker called Self-Made. It's a good movie. Yeah, we saw it. But you know what? It's not completely accurate. And Mel says, hi, everyone. Sorry for the ones who are in Facebook. But anyway, again, I was running a meeting. For most of you doesn't know, 50% of my work is keynote speaking, and I was coordinating with a client a huge event, and they were running late and they were in another time zone, and anyway, we're going to make sure that we put the things in Facebook. But the funny part is that movie that is on Netflix was wrote by her granddaughter. But we're going to go there after we talk about all the things that maybe you have been missing. Tomorrow, Thursday, because we ran out of electrical and internet, we're going to be talking the language of negotiation. We're going to be running a real life scenario tomorrow at 8 p.m. So go to humanbehaviorlab.com/webinar. And today, Elba and I, we were talking and oh my God, that is a real hostage negotiator scenario who happened between the FBI and a person who take hostage negotiators. And on the class that we have last night, we have a hostage negotiator who is going to be on the class too. And it was a pleasure because it was great to have somebody with a different perspective and how reading faces. And I remember I'm going to be talking in Texas on the hostage negotiation conference. I cannot wait for that to have. That's my happy place when I do these weird things. Not buying shoes. Well, buying shoes too. Anyway. This is one of the life that have more views and since we start Human Behavior Lab, and it's crazy. Hit more than 1,000. So this Friday at 4:05 p.m. we're going to have a special guest who is going to be doing the Myers-Briggs. I'm a certified Myers-Briggs, and on the presentation, I'm going to show my certification numbers so you can know, because a lot of people says, I'm a certified, I know about it, but I don't see your numbers. So we're going to be showing the numbers that we are a company certified to do Myers-Briggs. So we're going to have a guest doing Myers-Briggs, and after that, we're going to explain what those letters mean, what are the percentage, and we're going to talk in general what it is and what is not. Because I think one of the biggest problems that we have with Myers-Briggs is people do not understand what it is. So you can see it in any of the scenarios that we are live. And this one, please, if you don't have time to do any of the webinars or any of the lives, I will really, really appreciate it if you can get in this one. March 16, Complicated Personalities. IG Nobel Prize was granted for a group of researchers from Toronto and United States who did a research showing that the shape of your eyebrows can determine if you're a narcissist. And we are working in some studies who determine early Alzheimer's. So I keep saying the same, and I'm sorry, but sometimes maybe some people didn't hear it. We are not anymore two crazy chick talking about witchcraft. It's witchcraft because it can get you to a person in 90 seconds faster than any other assessment on any other profiler that you're going to find out there. If you want to know more about us, you can go to humanbehaviorhackerschool.com, or you want to register on the webinars and know what is coming up. It's humanbehaviorlab.com/webinar. And remember, we are live 2 times a week. Wednesday, 4:05, if I don't have any meeting running late. And we are live Fridays, 4:05 Central Standard Time, both. Why 4:05? Because most people start at 4, and you ended up waiting 5 minutes for all the people get on board. So we decided to start 4:05 just because we're different. Cheers, my love. We are sharing the cup. Yeah.
Cheers.
So Madame C.J.
Madame.
Walker phrase reading. Christian says, true, the mistake on the YouTube, I think. Like, yeah, I don't know. I have a perception that if you have a story, you always have another version.
Yes.
I even without the intent to lie to you, I can tell you what happened today to me. And the person next to me can tell she's lying. Why? Because it didn't happen that way. So it has nothing to do with if you're lying or not. Is depending who's writing the story and who's telling the story. And the truth to be told, the story about Madame C.J. Walker was wrote by her granddaughter. So we don't have a lot of biographies who work or wrote about the other people in her life. But let's take a look on her life before we go into the face reading. Why? Because she was a woman on the beginning of 1900. She was born 2 years after that the abolition of slavery would happen. She was an orphan, and she became the first African American female, but most important of all, female millionaire. So we're going to do a little storyline. She was born Sarah Breedlove and was born in Louisiana in 1867, 2 years after the abolition of slavery was done by Abraham Lincoln. And it's funny because like is this month and the 3 weeks we have been talking about like Abraham Lincoln, we talk about Valentine on the Abraham Lincoln birthday, and now we talk about somebody who become the first female millionaire thanks to him. First in his family born free after Emancipation Proclamation, her first job was in her brother's barber shop in St. Louis. And the reason she got married when she was 14 is to escape his brother apparently abuse. One of the good biographies, because again, people doesn't know how much we read and how much we search on this, and we read a couple of biographies. Some people says that because she become orphan, she got married, and other biographies then I think are more reliable. They talking about that she got married to escape from the physical abuse of her brother. Like many women in the era, she suffered from hair loss. One of the things that she invented, and what happened is when you are stressed, you lost your hair. So she become with a formula that we're going to talk, because there are certain points where like she stole the formula, she get it or make it better. It's like somebody else inventing the wheel. You made it better. You are the inventor of the wheel or you are stalling the wheel. So what happened is stress make your hair falling from your body, including the head. So she find out a combination of sulfur and another things that you can put on your scalp. So your scalp was the one who get better. And that's the reason the growth start growing again. But that happened to him. Hey, look who's here. Hey, can't wait to learn more about this incredible lady. And like everybody we try to bring. And Perry, for everybody to know, he is going to be our guest on Friday to do the MBTI Live. And believe me, have you ever been on Central Comedy Time? You haven't seen anything until you see the show on Friday. It's going to be explanatory, but it's going to be fun too.
Yes.
So, like many women on that era, she suffered from hair loss. She moved to Denver to start her own Caroline care business. She married Charles Joseph Walker and changed her
Mhm.
name. Charles Walker was an advertisement, ad,
Mhm.
advert, I've been talking all day.
Advertisement.
Advertisement person. So he was behind all the like the promotional things. Those are one of the things that on the Netflix show
Yeah, that's so
showing
true.
only that he cheat on her, but not how much he was the marketing idea behind the
Mhm.
brand. Madame Walker created a national network of sales agents. She built a beauty school factory and in a lab in Indianapolis, near to my home. She taught other women how to start their own business.
Mhm.
She fought for civil rights and was generous philanthropy. Actually, she ever got a theater so African American people can go to the theater to watch movies. When she died in 1919, there were 25,000 African American women putting food on their table, single or married, thanks to the Madam Walker product. Now, this is the design. She decided to like, I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna sell the product to people who is like me. And this is the first Madam Walker company. Now, this is part of the advertisement. Again, she was really thrilled to show to people that you don't need to be perfect, but the perfection has to do with yourself. And that is one of the things that I love about her,
Mhm.
because I am not perfect, but my imperfections make me
Mhm.
perfect for myself. And my partner imperfection make him perfect for myself. And that's the way we need to start relating. No so worry about how much Botox we're going to be using. And by the way, I don't know if it's against my will, but we're going to be talking about Kim Kardashian and the dude that she married and why we know they're not going to be matching. But we're going to announce what that is going to happen. But it's what you guys asked for it. So, how the story started when Madam C.J. Walker uh, uh, get married at the age of 14. She have a baby at the age of 17, and by the age of 20, she become a widow. So, what an African American woman without education with a small baby can do? Washing laundry.
Mhm.
So the stress of this life make her lose her. So Annie Trumbull Malone was what it called a mixed race. She was half African American and
Mhm.
half white. She developed this line of product helping African American to grow their hair. So she get in contact with Madam Walker and offered to, if I make your hair grow, you're gonna be washing the clothing for me. And after a couple of months, Madam Walker started growing their hair and she started working. Actually, one of the inaccuracies on the Netflix documentary, Elva, I think we read it together and we watched that together, is that Madam C.J. Walker worked with Malone for some time. It's
Yes.
not that she stole the cans, sell it,
No.
and never they worked together. They did work together. What we
Yes.
haven't found in any of the biographies is why they stopped working together.
Mhm.
Either Madam C.J. Walker says, I can do it better, Malone want to get rid of her, or what kind of the conflict they have, we don't know. But actually, there is a dispute. The who was the first women to get African American women to get on the Guinness record as a millionaire. They still fighting after 100 years that Malone was a millionaire before her, and Madam CG workers should be the second. Not our problem. We
No.
just getting the historical facts to give it to you. So, Madam CJ Walker. Okay. I did all the talking on the historical background because I'm uh, nerd story and your nerd first reading. What do you want to take on her face?
I want to take about the creative part because
My
it's
love, go for it. And
it's
if
like she can have it. I can see it in two parts of the face that she was a creative. She has that imagination. She had that like inspiration and things like going on your on her head, and that's how she could develop a better product and put it out. So she was, for me, she was creative. It's like, yes.
what are the things that you see that make her I see something on her nose that is like, wow. That's one of the reasons she ended up getting getting down deals in order to protect her people. What happened with the nose? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm tricking you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, 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 no. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, she was the kind of person that, for example, if she had one umbrella and five members of her family, and I told her, you know what, this is the umbrella, but you have to pick one just to cover from the rain. And she will be the person that says, no, 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 no. We have five members of my family. I'm going to figure out how everyone can go inside my umbrella. So yes, she covered her people. And it's like the nose, the white of the nose can tell us that she covered the people.
Okay, Christine says, what on her face tells you she was creative? You say it, so now use your turn, honey.
Okay, I can see, if you can see the nose, she has like a ball on the nose and the tip of the nose. And that's
Here,
can tell you, yeah, that a person is
can you
creative,
see, Christine?
has, has those creativities, like, and her forehead, she has it round. And you see what she in that picture, she had it, I saw it a lot. She's not covering the full forehead, but she is covering some part of her forehead.
Yeah, I'm gonna show another picture too. Okay, I'm gonna go a little advanced where we can see the forehead. You see,
Mhm.
that can be confused with the straight forehead, but you see, the power pouches that she have.
Here.
Power pouches are the one who Elba have. Elba have. When I met Elba, when I saw the power pouches, I'm like, holy cow, this woman is gonna be my boss in 2 years, and kind of happened. So these are the power pouches, what is on top of the eyebrows. But if
Mhm.
you can see how the forehead is round
Mhm.
and how the forehead is round and is
Mhm.
rounded. And if you can see, the size of the forehead is
That's
as big as the part of the doing.
mm-hmm.
And the small nose is about the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So Christine says, thank you. No, thank you to you guys for the questions, because when this presentation is not only to like talk to each other, even though, again, sorry for Facebook, you are going to be having this presentation later. But let's go back to the first picture. So one of the things is like she took care of everyone. She
Mm-hmm.
was intelligent, but she was intelligent enough to hide that she was so intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
was cooking on her own kitchen the formula who she ended up selling.
Yes.
What other thing is strike you on her face?
You know, her eyes. But I think it wasn't in this one. It's in the next picture. I
You
looked
want
at
me to go to the next one?
you see the eyes, how goes up the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was when I did the reading, I look on that and everything. But when I was looking and research and looking for the documentaries and everything, I was like, yeah, it makes coherence because she was a person that she were optimistic about things. And even though she doesn't have the investors that she wants, she was like, no, you know what, let's go for it, and let's find another ones. There's going to be someone that's going to invest in this, and we are going to be like as success as we dream. And yes, I
Yeah,
think
and one of the things, what kind of eyebrows she have?
that's the thing that I like, straight. Because she were, even though uh, hi James, even
Hi,
though
Jane.
she was a kind of person that she cares about her people. She needs facts and data, and that's how she can do and make her own company, because she doesn't go around. And even though she has to make decisions, putting away feelings. So that's how she became stronger.
We need to understand something. Even you agree or not agree that she stole the formula
Mhm,
from Malone. We need to understand that we are in the 2021,
mhm,
and still one of the things that this company, and the most proud thing that I am in this company, and that we are all women working from home. Some of us are married, some of us has kids, some of us are single, but we are all women who never get the chance to show up how we can shine. And it still is difficult for
mhm.
us because we are a female company to show that we can do it as good as anybody, doesn't matter what the gender. We're talking 121 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about a woman who not only today we have problems with. I have an accent, and sometimes I've been criticized about my knowledge for my accents and for my dyslexia. And Elva, it's happened the same to you. You're
Yes.
dyslexic and
Yeah.
you have an accent.
Yes, I have both. But and sometimes people get come to me and question, like, yeah, but how do you know, how how you can tell me that you know too much if you are dyslexic, if you have grammatical errors or things like that. And it's like, yeah, I have it. It's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I have dyslexia or not. I have the knowledge, and
She was the
I'm like
she was
fighting.
the she was the first African American
Mhm.
to move to New York next to Rockefeller. She
Yeah,
was okay, let's be clear. She was Rockefeller
neighbor.
neighbor. Mine,
Eh,
let's don't talk about my neighbors. But anyway, so we need to understand on the concept of times that she was criticized for being so tough and being so cold, that she was too business oriented and
mhm,
she only think about business, business, business. But you need to understand that even today, and we have a podcast because of that reason, that is
mhm.
called Selling on Heels, that we talk about how difficult it is to be a female in certain business. She modified the way the beauty, including fashion, is the biggest, most expensive expenditure business that you gonna find out there. And she did it 120 years ago. You can agree or disagree. In this case, it's not that she killed people to get it done. Um,
No.
who made it first, Malone or Madam C.J. Walker? I don't know. But this woman showed 25,000 women when she died how to support themselves. So let's go to the next picture. Is anything else that you want to talk about? One of the things that struck me, and it was like, it's really difficult to find pictures about her. We spent the last
Oh,
2 weeks, and the last picture that we have on the presentation today, I found it today, and like in a swim, and like, it's still not good, but good enough. She have a small chin.
yeah, she has a small chin. Yes.
She didn't want it to be criticized. If you tell her, so let's talk about the positive things about small chin. If you tell her she cannot do it, she's gonna curse you. She's probably gonna punch you in the face. She's not gonna like you. But because only the stubbornness to show you you're wrong, she's going to make it happen. And that would happen. She was the first female who got a sponsor on an African American, and pardon my language, because we today we use words that weren't used 120 years ago.
Mhm.
On the Negro convention, she showed up
Yeah.
asking for money on support. That's how the way the convention was called. How it's called today, I don't know. And that's where I explain why I use in the language, because I don't want to sound disrespectful. But she stood up and asked for money and asked for investors, and she get the money to have the first factory happen.
Mhm.
So every time that somebody says no to her, it was like, oh, I'm gonna keep going, keep going, and keep going. Now, when we talk about keep going and going, what is on the face that tell us that she have too much stamina? I don't know
She,
what I don't know what I'm talking about.
you know what? I was looking at her. I don't remember. Last night I was reviewing the presentation and I was looking at her and I saw her cheeks and I said, "Wow, that's why this woman never stopped. She were like an energizer bunny."
You see?
Mhm. Yeah.
So let's put it together. A, believe it or not, she had warrior chicks.
Mhm.
Can you see the shadows?
Here.
One of the most difficult things to look on warrior chicks and round faces like mine. For example, I have a round face, and since I let my hair grow and I'm not shaving my head, you can a little identify it a little more. Um, okay, Mel says, tap that thumbs up while you are here. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mel. We always really appreciate it to have more subscribers and more thumbs up. We really, really put a lot of work on this, not only because we have fun, is because we want you to have fun too.
Mhm.
We know that a lot of people, we start these webinars when the pandemic start, because we have a lot of people that like, I'm living alone, I'm not having a good time. And we even have emails like I gonna keep saying on Saturdays, and Elba too, like, what the heck? You were supposed to be live on Wednesday, or you were supposed to be live on Friday. Where are you? What are your blogs? Apparently we are the fun thing and the fun two crazy chicks doing this. So thank you very much. Every support that we can have from you and other people to know what we're doing, and says so fascinating. Thank you, Mel. We appreciate it. More people we have, more questions and more topics, because all these topics, all the ones that we're going to be talking this month, Madame C.J. Walker, Amelia Earhart, Malala
Voila.
Yousafzai. You say it. You say it.
It's a fun. Yeah.
Coco Chanel. There are women that you propose. Next month, we're going to talk about men who changed history, from Tesla to Einstein. And in May, we're going to be talking about evils. We're going to talk from Hitler, Ted Bundy, and we're going to analyze their faces. So, like, yeah, we already have until June 1st prepare. That's how much we love doing this with you guys. So, when you have a round face, one of the most difficult things to understand is the 45-degree angle. So what you're going to do is, I always ask the same. The first and best measure you can do, put your fingers where your cheekbone start, and put the other two fingers when your cheekbone end. You're going to see what happened with Elva and myself. They're 40 degrees, and I'm not
Mhm.
wearing makeup, only
Mm,
lipstick.
okay.
She have the same. Even though she have round face, she have 40-degree angles. You see where they start? You see where they end?
Yeah.
She was a fighter. Abraham Lincoln had the same one, but he had depleted cheeks. So that was the problem. He had depleted cheeks, so that the reason people can see it better. Another things, in some pictures, you can even think that she have chameleon eyebrows, but her eyebrows grow. And just happened that she have chameleon eyebrows when she went through the process when she was in an abusive relationship, and has a correlation. When you don't want to be seen, when you want to be hiding for somebody who hurting you, that's when your eyebrows tend to disappear.
Mhm.
If you can see on her nose, those are pictures about her when she was on the top of her career. You see how big the nostrils are?
Yes, she
She
has.
had groups,
Mhm.
meaning that she had a lot of scarcity when she was growing up. And believe
Mhm.
me, she had. You can
Yes.
see the size of the nostrils, and you can see how big they are.
Mhm.
Because she had made a lot of money doesn't mean that she was nasty. She used that money to use it to help other people.
Mhm.
Actually, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been watching so many documentaries that I don't make a difference between Madame's, you say,
No.
Walker and Napoleon. Like, at this point, I'm like lost. Uh, she was the one who gave away a huge deal with a big company,
Mhm.
like a dollar store in United States, so
Yes.
her sales reps do not lose their commissions. Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you, love. What do we do without you? But point is, this is the face of a fighter.
Mhm.
If you want to do it, if you think that you can do it, nobody tell you you cannot.
Yeah.
The worst enemy you can have is
It's your.
yourself. And
Mhm.
this month, we're going to be honoring women who were told all the time, no, you cannot do
Mhm.
it. You will not do it. And 100 years later, we're still talking about them.
Yeah.
So, if you want to learn face reading and you miss any of our live webinar training, please be our guest. Go to Human Behavioral Lab webinar, and you're going to find a link, or you're going to go to school and all record it and put it out there. Sorry if you missed the Q&A. We have a lot of fun. Last night we have a lot of fun. It get kind of naughty at some point, but in the other hand, I like it. So we have fun. Tomorrow we're going to be talking the language of negotiation. We're going to be running a real hosted negotiation scenario. So tomorrow, 4 March 4, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Like, oh my God, I need to go to sleep. I need a nap. And after that, we're going to have on Friday. So you have 5 times with us this week. Poor
Yeah.
people. And the worst part is most of them are doing. Perry says, does she have a low septum too? Yes, she does.
She does.
Good call, Perry. Good call. Uh, 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 Perry is one of the most dedicated students I ever saw in face reading. It's amazing. Mel says, "Smile." I want to know why you're smiling about it. If we're gonna be naughty, let's be naughty together. So on Friday, Perry is gonna be doing the live with us. He's gonna be doing the Myers Briggs, and after his result, we're going to explain what each of the letter mean, how to use it, and it's not a test, it's an assessment. The difference between a test and an assessment is a test is cannot determine what is your personality and what job you're good or not, but it can determine under a stress level what are your better tendencies to do things. So we're going to demystify what is Myers-Briggs. And on the link on the LinkedIn and all the media that we have, you have a free link to do the test
Mhm.
with the test. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I said test and no test. You
Yes.
can do the assessment before we do the live on Friday, so you can have your letters ready and we can explain you. Because if you are between 40 and 60% in some of the letters, your assessment means that you can be versatile or ambivert, who actually is not a bad thing. In my case, I have two letters. There are 98. And we can make a poll to see what people can know what is your letters and what are my letters,
Yes.
and they find out which one I 98. In my case, I'm 100% they not gonna find one of them. They not gonna believe it. Maybe if they've been following us in the media, they're gonna know it, but I don't think they're gonna know it.
Mm,
So this one, please, please, please. If the only webinar you can see is this one, is Nobel Prize winner study on eyebrows and narcissism. Now we can determine if a person is narcissistic by the eyebrows.
mhm.
Again, this is, I think this is the four best birthday gift I ever have in my life. I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you about the other ones before. And remember, if you want to know about us, you can go and watch the all webinars to the human behavior hackerschool.com, or you can know what are the new webinars coming in humanbehaviorlab.com/webinar. And Mel says, great info. Looking forward to you would share. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, no, no,
Yes.
no, no. We're not going to be sharing. It's going to be Perry sharing. Perry is the one who's going to be doing them. Yeah, don't scare him because we make him agree and now we made it public. So, Perry, you cannot escape.
Nope.
So remember, we are live every Wednesday and Friday, 4:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. If it's any topic, any persona, doesn't matter. We're gonna be doing freaking Kim Kardashian. I didn't even know she still have a show going on, but you asked for it. So it's about you and having fun and learning something new. So let us know what is the topics that you want to learn. And that's what I supposed to stop sharing and go back to the, my nose is itchy like always. So this is the part when I says, do we have any questions? And look like no, we don't have a lot of questions. I've been checking. People has been really paying attention. So again, this month we're going to be talking about women who make story the history. Why? Because they changed something. They're women who die for having us today the right to vote. They're women who went through things that maybe we cannot understand because we think it for granted because we can enjoy it today. The same way, last month was Black History, and we couldn't do the show live. We're gonna be doing and honoring everybody who changed life, and we're gonna be talking about Marie Curie too. The people who changed history, because what she developed wasn't supposed to be to make the atomic bomb, but she developed the first X-ray, and thanks to developing the X-ray, now people didn't get amputated the extremities during the war because now they can see how much damage they have instead to cut it. So everything can be used for good and bad, the same way their face reading can be used for good or bad. And talking about good or bad, now I'm terrified. I know where you live. I will not going to be reading, explaining your profile. We're going to use in your profile. And Christine says, Perry, you are going to be awesome. You see, you already have
Yes.
you already have a cheerleaders behind you. So guys, Elva, it's something that I'm missing because I always missing something.
Well, I was thinking, and that's one thing that I keeps going on my mind. She looked that Madame C.J. Walker looked like the way that people were selling things, it wasn't the way to do it. And she started using storytelling, and that's how she can sell things, her product. And I was like, wow, since when she people start using it, and it's great.
Actually, she started going door to door with
Hmm.
her daughter.
Mhm.
talking about the story how she lost her hair and how she grew her hair thanks to the product. She was telling the story. She was
Mhm.
relating to people. In my
Mhm.
case, you tell me a story, I'm not going to buy your product. But at that
Mhm.
time, she changed the mentality, the how people was doing things.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that that's another thing that goes like, wow.
And you know what? In another side of the story, when we started this company with a crazy idea, and most people think like we are cuckoo, that we are lost in our marbles, and we made it. So if you have a crazy idea and nobody believe in you, but you believe in yourself, guess what, Elva? What you would
Yes.
say to
So
them?
go for it. Don't stop fighting until you get it. Because if you believe it, it's going to happen.
I
That's
completely
it.
agree. Pinky
Yes.
promise?
Thank you, promise.
Okay, Perry says, thank Christine, thanks Susan and Elva for an amazing session. Thank you, my love, for always being there, like you, Christine, too, Mel, and all of you. I see you Friday doing the MBTI. John, you're late for the party. Thank you both for an interesting hour. Looking forward for Friday too. We too. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
it's going to be crazy. Yeah, it's going to be like really funny.
Actually, we have a meeting today, and like, oh my God, we want to be Friday. We want to be Friday. We want to be Friday. It's gonna be something. So Perry, no
Mhm.
pressure, but we're gonna have fun. People, thank you very much, Elba. Thank you very much, like always, for being my business partner on Crying. Well, at this point, I don't know if I'm yours.
I think it's in two ways. Yes.
So, boss, live, love, and proper. Nano, nano.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, by the way, somebody today on LinkedIn saying an interest is nano nano, and like, what do you mean, monkambinki, morkambinki? Like, yeah, since you're geeky, I suppose you understand. Like, really? It was one of the funniest message I have in a long time when somebody says nano nano, hello, I want to connect. It was so funny.
Yes.
Bye, people. It's Wednesday. We're tired already. Bye.